In this week's Markets Update, a number of key themes have continued to drive more volatile price action around the globe. The first key theme is the Fed. A number of Fed speakers over the last couple of weeks have pointed to next week's FOMC meeting as being live. This culminated in Chair Yellen's speech last Friday, which sealed the case for a 25 basis point rate hike next week. This has driven global bond prices lower and yields sharply higher. US 10-year yields last night hit a high of 259, the highest we've seen in 3 months. And money markets are fully priced for a rate hike next week. Adding some fuel to the case for higher global bond yields, last night ECB Governor Draghi declared the fight against deflation in Europe all but over. While the ECB will maintain its asset purchase program through to the end of this year, the implicit easing bias has been removed and German 10-year yields rose to a 1-month high. The second key theme has been rising inventory in a number of key commodity markets around the world, driving prices lower. Crude oil prices dropped sharply this week as levels of US crude inventory hit all-time record highs. The US West Texas benchmark dropped below $50 for the first time since early December. And record levels of iron ore inventory at ports in China have seen the price for iron ore drop through the week, though the spot index remains above $86, a level that's still high by recent history. This combination of higher US yields, a stronger US dollar, and weaker commodity prices has seen the so-called commodity currencies under pressure this week. The Norwegian kroner, closely linked to oil prices, is down about 2%. The New Zealand dollar, closely linked to falling dairy prices, about the same. And the Australian dollar has continued falling, down 1.2% this week and close to 2% so far this month. This weakness in the Australian dollar fits very much with our forecast profile. Through February, Sean and I warned that the Australian dollar would be capped by 77 to 77.5 and that it would likely start to fall as markets priced in Fed rate hikes and commodity prices started to fall. And this weakness could extend into next week, and a drop to 74.5 is certainly possible. Now, next week is an interesting week for domestic data here in Australia. NAB business confidence on Tuesday, Westpac consumer sentiment on Wednesday, and the labour force data on Thursday. However, the key for global markets next week will be the FOMC meeting, where a rate hike is fully priced. Yellen's press conference will be essential viewing for global markets participants. And we'll talk about this in next week's Global Markets Update.